And then I realized I was gay in 2022. I've been with men my whole life. So I came out, and then a couple years after that, I just posted a silly TikTok about what's wrong with the gay community.
That's how it goes.
And people lost their minds, and it went viral overnight. And I said, wait, I've been a conservative for a long time. I didn't know it was weird to be conservative and gay.
Yeah.
Nobody told me I had to give one of those cards back.
Now's the time to finally speak up. And if you're scared to, remember, it's Republican, not Republicant.
What made you finally want to speak out and about being on the right and everything?
Yeah, so that's actually kind of crazy for me. So I was a Christian and conservative my whole life. Let me rephrase. I was a Christian and conservative my whole life. I had those values, but I didn't quite know what they meant. Mm-hmm. So I think I originally voted Democrat because I voted for Obama. I was a young kid, and he was cool. I was 18 years old. He smoked cigarettes and he played basketball, and I was like, I want to hang out with this guy.
Right.
Politics didn't affect me. I was 18. I lived with my parents.
Yeah.
The next election, I wasn't in the political circuit at all. We were going to the polls. I was with my mom, and she asked me who I was voting for. And I said, well, I'm going to vote for Hillary. She said, okay, well, I'm not going to try to sway you, but why? And I said, well, I'm 20. I'm a new mom. I'm poor. And she screams, she's for me. It's what everybody tells me. I'm a woman, and I'm young, and I'm poor. I'm supposed to be a Democrat. I literally said that because I'm like, it's a party for me. And she said, just look at Benghazi. Look at what happened in Benghazi.
Yeah.
And I said, Ben, who? I'm so young and dumb, right? We're on the way to the polls, and I'm reading, and I'm like, she did what now?
Yeah.
What about these emails? And I said, okay, hang on. I'm not liking this anymore. Let me see what Donald Trump stands for at least.
Yeah.
I said, hey, that guy stands for my values. Why are they telling me they stand for my values when that guy stands for my values?
Yeah.
So I went and voted for him. I still wasn't very political. I didn't really care. I supported the president. And then I realized I was gay in 2022. I've been with men my whole life. So I came out, and then a couple years after that, I just posted a silly TikTok about what's wrong with the gay community.
That's how it goes.
And people lost their minds, and it went viral overnight. And I said, wait, I've been a conservative for a long time. I didn't know it was weird to be conservative and gay.
Yeah.
Nobody told me I had to give one of those cards back. So they kind of spiraled from there, and I realized that there was a group of us, conservative gay people, and we're rare, I guess. I think only 10% of lesbians in the entire U.S. voted for Donald Trump.
Wow.
Yeah.
And see, that's a part of the right that I attach to and I absolutely love. That's who I want to be friends with. I want to be friends with the gay conservatives.
Yeah, we're cool as hell.
You're so cool.
We have so much fun, and there's just not this weirdness, and most gay conservatives are reasonable, intelligent. I say this all the time. When you look at liberals, statistically, the mental health rates are skyrocketing. When you're bullying, you're being mean to me. No, it is a statistic.
Yeah.
Not trying to, make fun of you. I'm being very serious. When you look at conservatives, I mean, for example, over the weekend, it was their protest and then our very well-organized event.
Yeah.
The way we are dressed versus the way they are dressed, it's an indicator of mental health. I go to pride parades to make content, and it's poor clothing that doesn't fit, very obvious mental illness. You can see it.
Yeah.
Everything about these people. The fact that, very realistically, not bathing well. Right?
I was gonna say, you're we're organized.
That's a sign of bad mental health.
And I was gonna say, we smell nice.
I'm wearing white privilege cologne, by the way. I'm obsessed with it. You can buy it online. I bought it here. I ran out of cologne yesterday, and I was like, somebody help me. I don't have cologne. I got I can't. I'm sweaty. And they're like, dude, you need some white privilege. I have that. No, the cologne. Okay, that.
I have
it's
that,
so
and now you have it twice.
It's so good. Smell this.
It does. Wow.
Yeah, right?
That does
$50.
smell very nice.
$50.
Can do that when you go golfing.
Oh, God. Golf. I don't golf, but apparently there is going to be a charity golf tournament.
Yes.
In Florida in October. It's a veterans benefit.
Yes.
Yes.
We love our veterans.
We love our veterans. Yeah, I didn't serve. I don't know. People ask me that a lot. Did you serve? I guess because I'm patriotic and manly looking. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I did not. Definitely not for me, but I appreciate everyone who did.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law is in the Army. He was a Marine prior to that. My sister's a military spouse. So it really affects her entire family. I've learned a lot about what military spouses go through.
Yep. The sacrifices that they have to make,
Yeah, and how the military treats them. There are a lot of nasty things still going on in Fort Hood, Texas. There's a lot of things, they've come out and said, oh, no soldiers are being punished anymore because they didn't get the COVID vaccine. But they are. They are at Fort Hood, Texas. There's still soldiers not getting promotions due to what happened in 2020. We just got 30,000 service members for the budget, but recruitment is low.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard to speak on because people are like, well, you're not in the military. I'm not, but I love my sister and I see what she goes through, and she's very passionate about these projects.
Yeah.
And I've been to Fort Hood, and I from an outsider perspective, they could improve.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's like, I heard even from the last event that I was doing, this woman came up to me and she's like, I actually am just trying to talk to any of the news outlets here because I don't know where my husband, like, even is right now. Like, she has no, I guess maybe it's like his deployment is like so classified, but she's like, I don't even know like where he's located or how to get information on that. I'm like, that sounds like the most awful, horrible thing ever.
My sister, her husband went to NTC, which is a military training in California. She was very ill when they sent him to go there. It was not a mandatory training. It was mandatory. They made him go, but it wasn't like a life or death situation at all.
Mm-hmm.
They have 5 small children at home that have chronic illnesses,
Oh.
and she almost died while he was at NTC.
Wow.
She sent multiple messages through the Red Cross, which is the channel that you have to do to get your husband home in situations like that.
Yeah.
His command acknowledged they received the messages and did not send him home. She almost died.
Wow. Yeah, it's like,
She took that story to Congress, and now they are denying him promotions and not allowing him to promote to officer in retaliation.
it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. And like, it's just like looking at the way that our country treated people who like came in illegally, and then the way that we treat our veterans just like makes me sick.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Sick.
The way they were treated during COVID with
Disgusting.
not being able to do certain things because they weren't vaxxed, with their families not being able to go to their ceremonies. Their families were put in cages, right? They were put behind fences because you have to stand here. You're not vaxxed. But God forbid we put people in Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh yeah.
It's near and dear to my heart because I'm here in Florida.
Yeah.
Things to say.
Yeah, for real. And you know, people have a problem with Alligator Alcatraz now, but I'm like, you guys had no problem like driving down to the Everglades to go see the alligators. We're just putting a facility in that same location.
Here's my thing on it is like, I listen to the complaints and I'm like, okay, is it really that bad? What's the complaint here? Illegal immigrants are committing a crime. Where do people who commit crimes go? They go to jail.
Yeah.
So I looked at the footnotes. Okay, why are we upset?
Yeah.
Prisoners are saying there's mosquitoes the size of elephants.
Oh, so Florida.
Florida. Well, they get 1 meal a day. A lot of prisons have done budget
Yeah.
cuts and they get 1 meal a day.
That's healthy.
Everything they listed is how prisoners are already being treated.
Right.
Are you asking to be treated better?
Yeah.
And they can self-deport. They could have just left.
100%.
For free 99. Just go. They love free stuff.
And it gives incentive to self-support, and it gives incentive to not come here the illegal way.
Yeah.
Because illegal immigration affects both American citizens and legal immigrants who are also American citizens, because they had to go through this grueling process to finally become Americans. And then when they are Americans, they're so thankful to be American. I'm like, that's who I want.
Absolutely.
I want the people that are so thankful to be part of America. Like,
And they're law-abiding citizens. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what do you think is going to happen, like, with the gay community as, like, conservatism continues to grow? Like, do you think that we'll be able to sway people, or do you think like, well, I mean, there are people who are so left and so woke that, like, obviously we're never ever going to be able to, but like, because my thing, especially with Gays Against Groomers, right, is like, I want kids that are maybe thinking about transitioning to just be gay, if like that's who they're supposed to be.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know, it's sad to me that it's rare.
Yeah. So it's a multi-part question that you just asked. So the
Sorry.
first, no, that's great. I love that. The first half of that, and I get asked this a lot, is like, will we see more conservative gays? Will we see more people leaning to the right? And what I always tell people is, me personally, I don't try to sway anyone's vote.
Right.
I hear that a lot of like, well, we're going to get them, and we're going to, common sense. When we swung the last election, the Amish showed out and voted for Donald Trump.
Yes, they did.
It was beautiful. We have the votes. We have enough
Yeah.
people in our party. Really, we're solid if people
Yeah.
just vote. So if you're a liberal, and I'm very naive on this, I'm giving a lot of credit here, I assume if the Liberal Party aligns with your values. Maybe those values are not showering regularly, but you do you, boo. I'm never going to tell you, you should be a Republican. And if you only research more,
Right. No, of course
you
not.
have morals, they're different than mine. Maybe you're pro-choice and I'm pro-life, and that party represents you. So will we see more conservative lesbians? I think people are waking up. But I
Yeah.
think, like you said, they're so firm in those beliefs that they're going to stay where they're at. And honestly, I encourage people to stay where they're at, because that's democracy. If we start saying everybody
100%,
vote red. Yeah.
100%. And like, for me, I love having we need the discourse because it can't just be conservatives. It'll become an echo chamber. Like what people don't realize is that as people on the right, what I want is to protect the people on the left so that they can still have their opinion in America. It's like we were going so far down the rabbit hole that the censorship was getting so bad that they were about to become, create their own echo chamber, and then how are we going to be able to speak and connect with one
There's
another?
a lot of pot kettle situations. So like, you can't do it, and the Republicans do it as well. I've called my own party out for it. With well, no censorship, and we don't want to be censored, but they can't say that. I think you get heated about it, and I said this to a couple of Democrats I was debating with yesterday at the Unf America tour. It smelled very bad in there. That's the last time I'm going to mention it. I'm traumatized.
They need like a deodorant sponsor.
They need white privilege.
Yeah, yes.
So what I said to them was, it's morals and ethics, and we get so supercharged because we had a good conversation. They said, well, how do we come together? Because we're so heated online, and in person, we're like, wow, you're a real person.
Yes.
And I said, it's never going to happen entirely. We can't just start over.
Yeah.
Because we're so supercharged, and you have these things, and it's not only your morals and beliefs that are very important to you, it's your childhood trauma. It's things you're projecting. Something I've learned lately that I'm very working on is, I'll go around thinking, well, this person's mad or they feel this kind of way. I assign that emotion to them.
Yes.
They didn't say, hey, I am upset with you. I assigned them that. So now what we're doing when we're clashing is taking all of my childhood trauma, my yuck, my adult trauma, and now you're online and I feel rejected and that triggers me. Right. So now we're sending death threats and doxing. And it turns out it's not even about politics. It's about my feelings are hurt.
Right. Which is like a very good way to like take accountability for your own feelings. And it's like, it's true. Like as we grow as people, we learn more about like our tendencies. We're all just like trying to be better people. I think most people are trying to be trying to become better people. But it's hard. It's a process.
Yeah, it's a lot of accountability, and that's a thing I see in the Democratic Party as well. I looked around yesterday, and all these kids are so young, and they're so convinced that they're so right. Maybe they are, but they're going about it the wrong way. And I kind of had a breakthrough with a couple of them who were like, I see your point. Like, I believe what I believe, but like, this is getting us nowhere. Like, this is why with the protests yesterday, like I did confront someone, and I said, why are you here? Because when we went to the Unf America tour yesterday,
tell the story.
I shook hands. I met with Z. Apparently, a lot of people have clashed with Z. When I met her, she was nice to me, and I shook her hand. I let her know who I was. I said, hey, there's a guy here. His name's Austin. He's going to debate you guys. Now you can debate. Do you mind if I come in? Is that okay? And a little bit later, a couple other people showed up, and they said, they're not going to let us in. I said, watch this. I said, hey, Z, would you mind if my friends come in? You know who they are. We know who you are. Ceasefire. We're in your space. You want to be respectful.
Yeah.
And it's not about us.
Yeah.
So we stood in the back. We didn't draw attention to ourselves. We hung out. We were very quiet. Now, when they came over here, right, because they're upset. They're indignant. And I understand where they're coming from. They have a giant toilet paper over their heads.
Do.
They are shouting. They're running through the street. One man got arrested.
Yes.
And rather than saying, hey, we're here. We'd like to discuss things with you without a megaphone. They're, hey, we're here. What are you going to do about it? Now we have tension.
Right.
Because they think that they're entitled to every space. And I get it because in their perspective, they've been kicked out of a lot of spaces. I have as well. They've had people scream things at them.
Yeah.
But we got to lay that aside.
Yeah.
We got to come with a new look and just say, okay, let's be respectful.
I agree. And I feel like something that I was talking about earlier too was like on the right, what we're kind of focusing on or trying to focus on is like we're fighting for a particular cause. But on the left, they're fighing against Republicans.
Yes. This is what. Yes. So their entire protest.
we are fighting for something.
Their entire protest, turning point USA. Yeah, anti-Charlie Kirk. Like, if y'all would actually come out and have some values and have something you're excited about, we might even help you out. We might be like, hey, you know what? Here's how we did things. We'd like to get you, involved in politics. Please be involved in politics. You don't have to be a conservative. Please just go out and vote.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to listen to you if your entire cause is, I'm a victim and I hate those guys.
Right.
Because now, let's say I'm a Democrat and I have democratic values, but I don't hate those guys.
Right.
Well, I'm not going to join your party even though we have the same values because I don't want to hate those guys. I don't want to carry TP through the street.
Right. Exactly. And they're gonna lose people that way because you're willing to have a conversation with them and they're not necessarily always willing to have a conversation with us. I feel like even though, right, we're kind of in this mode of, like you said, tension. When you have a lot of anger, that's already like an emotional state. But politics are also very emotional. So it's like you add those two things together, and it's just it's a volatile environment.
It causes a big boom, and it's just waiting for an explosion. And the way
Yes.
they came yesterday, then we had a lot of young people here at Turning Point,
Yes.
which is fantastic. I saw so many young people, all the way, I mean like 16-year-old kids. I met a 10-year-old yesterday who told me he was going to be president.
I just met a 13-year-old too, and he's like, I'm going to MIT, and he has a whole book like full of like autographs for like every conservative that he's met. He's a huge Roger Stone fan. I was like, you're so weird.
I met a kid last night. He's 20 years old. He is on the campaign team for Leo Zacky.
Yes.
He's campaigning for governor. Did you meet Max?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. If you haven't interviewed him, sweet kid.
Yeah, he's supposed to.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're supposed to come over at some point.
He's so,
Yeah.
Leo's cool too. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very cool. And Max was just networking the hell out of this party.
Yeah.
And he came up to me, and I'm very peopled out, so I was like, hey, man.
Yeah.
But he was so sweet, and he was just very professional and just like trying to get to know as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, you're kind of cool for a kid.
Yeah.
I started talking to him. He graduated college at like 16.
Love it.
He's just a genius. He does like, he got a, I want to say, political science degree. I'm like,
That's
you're
awesome.
so much smarter than me. If I had my 30-year-old like experiences in life at 20, it's
Yeah.
started. So tired.
I know, like some kids, they're absolute geniuses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I need to go back in time
Mhm.
and like just be the age you are now.
We're seeing more geniuses in politics, and I think
Yeah.
there are intelligent Democrats. I know we all make jokes, but
Yeah.
they're intelligent Democrats. Unfortunately, they're not the ones you're seeing platformed.
Yes.
So the intelligent Democrats aren't the ones that you're seeing.
Yeah.
And we see the people running through the street with the TP, and you're like, oh, they're all idiots. They're honestly not. They're really
Right.
not. I met some
Right.
very intelligent Democrats yesterday. I'll be very fair, but they're not getting platforms.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I really wonder why that is.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like we need to, like, as much as we're fighting for the cause of like protecting America and like our movement, it's just like so important to realize that like the ultimate goal should eventually be like to get along or to be civil.
Yeah.
Because like I think we've just had like 10 years of just being pitted against
10?
one another.
Has
Yeah,
it been
I mean,
a decade?
oh, I think over. Well,
Getting
so like
old.
it started kind of like through Obama, so that's
Yeah.
2008. So 2018, that's 10. We're going on over 10 years of like being pitted against.
It is a political war. I mean, people don't realize that until they're on the ground, and then you're here in these spaces, and
Yes.
you're a political content creator, and you see your friends being doxxed, and you see your side doing things that aren't great.
Yeah.
And we've started calling our own party and our own content creators out for doing things that aren't
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And I have a Discord personally, and in my Discord, I made it very clear that there won't be doxing. We're not going to talk bad about
Yeah.
liberals. My Discord is all dog pictures.
Love.
By the way, if anyone wants to join,
if-
it's I Lift for Donuts. The link is in my TikTok bio. I'd love to have you. Show me your dog. That's the name of the
Oh
channel.
my
Right,
goodness.
so they think we're over there making fun of Democrats. I'm just looking at dogs all day. We're looking at dogs.
Well, we need that after a long day of politics, right?
Yeah, so it's like, I just want to have fun. I want to get along with people, and I do think that we can come together. But there's this mass hatred
Yeah.
came out, and I saw. I mean, I want to say it's worse because I'm a conservative gay. God forbid. I'm a homophobic. I hate myself. It seems like it got so much worse. When I first came out in 2022, I dated for like a year or two. Things were pretty even keel and normal. And then it was like lesbians just took a turn. And it was
Yeah.
like, I'm immediately afraid for my life. I think everyone's going to hate me. And it's the rhetoric.
Yeah.
They were passing out the pamphlet here in Tampa. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God. I'll have somebody bring it to you.
Okay.
Project 2025
Oh
is here.
no.
Tampa out news, and the picture was Donald Trump blown up like Aunt Petunia in Harry Potter. And I'm reading this and I'm going, okay, I'm a
Wow.
college kid, right? I'm
Yes.
learning. Maybe I've been with my parents my whole life. Maybe I'm from a small town, and I'm flipping through this at the coffee shop. Oh my God, I'm terrified. Donald
Yeah.
Trump hates me, and his followers wish that I would die and
Yeah.
never see a doctor again.
It's horrible.
I'd be terrified.
And that's why it's like so important for the gay conservative community to speak up, and it's also important for people like me who are not part of the community but I care so deeply about the community because I know that your voices are so important for younger kids. Like, I don't want somebody to read that pamphlet and think that that's how I feel about them. It's not true. It's not true at all. In fact, like, I will be here to support you like the best that I can.
Yeah, they tell me all that. Well, conservatives hate you, and it's crazy because when I go to pride parades, and I've been, and a lot of people know who I am, and I've been shouted out in a pride parade. I follow you on TikTok, and I'm like, don't say that. I'm going to be hate crimes. And I feel very uncomfortable. I've been kicked out of every local lesbian group, like on Facebook, and people I used to go out with. No politics involved. One of them didn't even tell me. They just, boop, you're gone. And when I asked why, they said, you're making people uncomfortable. Because I would say things like, you know, they said, we're going on an oyster shucking trip and looking for an inclusive boat captain.
Oh my God.
And I would comment, I just want a qualified boat captain. I want to go, but, and it kicked me out. And they said, well, you were making people uncomfortable. You were, you know, whatever. So,
whatever.
Where it's going with this was like that happens, and I feel so excluded from the gay community. Sometimes I do want to commune with other gays. I'd like to, I don't know, see what they're about. And I come to spaces like this. I've done the Southwest Young Republicans thing. I'm getting more involved with them and Gays Against Groomer, which is, you know, not a conservative. They're not conservative affiliated, but the same values.
Right.
Here, it's just well received. No one has asked me who I sleep with.
No,
how I feel
it doesn't
about
matter.
You know, like nobody cares.
It doesn't matter.
I'm so much more welcome and happy in this space than theirs. They don't provide a welcome space.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you that too, because that's what I've been hearing from everybody. It's like, oh no, I'm more accepted than I ever could be somewhere else.
Because nobody here cares. I'm intelligent. We're friends. We've all been hanging out.
You're cool.
Like, I haven't eaten these M&Ms yet.
Yes, please do it. Please eat the M&Ms.
I've been talking about these M&Ms for 3 days.
Yeah.
Don't you climb me up? I'm gonna
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
No, you're doing so great.
Oh,
so good.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely like awesome. You're so funny.
You're awesome.
You're so funny. I was cracking up like.
We've had so much fun all weekend. So I did actually, I came by the booth yesterday.
Yes.
We saw the protest happen. I said, okay, we're gonna do it. I'm ready. Let's go. I've been charged for this. And I see right over here to the window, you were here, just faces pressed against glass. Everybody, I mean, you could hear the smack on the window. Boom, boom, and people were staring. And I was like, cool, I gotta film this.
Yeah.
And I take off running. So I'm running across the street, not to chase or antagonize, because I want to get filmed.
Just to see.
I want to get filmed for everyone, right? And I'm running, and I'm trying to catch my breath. And I don't know how these liberals, I know they do like cardio on the side. We need to talk. Because I can't breathe. And I'm out there, and I'm on my knees. I'm like, all right, I got some footage. Here comes this little Democrat filming. She hates me, and I'm like, you know what I hate? Having asthma. I can't breathe. I'm not thinking about hating you.
I got nothing
give me a
else
word.
in my mind.
CPR. Christ. And then they ran from there to way over there, and then there was like fighting. I don't know how they had the chance to fight after that. Then they ran up and down steps.
I don't know how they have energy for that.
Are y'all training with Usain Bolt? Because I don't.
I'm like, I've been standing in the same spot for 3 days, and I can barely walk at the end of every day.
My body hurts.
Yes.
Call my chiropractor again. I saw a chiropractor right before I came here.
That was a good idea.
And I'm 11 years sober, so I feel like my recovery is slower actually now, and I'm slower. Because all my friends are running around, they're just fine.
Oh, yeah.
They're just running around all night long. I'm chasing them, and I'm like, gosh, I'm sober and tired.
Yeah.
I've been drinking so much water.
Yeah. Which
After
is
the age of
good
30.
for you.
Age of 30, all downhill from there.
Yeah,
Scum.
yeah. I'm due.
All right, how old are you?
30 in November.
Oh my goodness, are you a Scorpio?
Yeah.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh, are you a Scorpio?
October 25th.
Yes.
Yeah, triple, 3 times in my chart.
I love Scorpios.
Yeah. I knew
Love
that's why we
them.
get along.
Yeah.
I get along with Aries really well too.
I'm like some Aquarius, like which really bad, like most of them. That's why some, like I can be friends with Aquarius, but then I actually married an Aquarius, and I thought that was never possible.
Are you married now?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we made it. We
didn't talk about this.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
What is the stone?
Oh, okay. So the bottom is emerald, and then it's black opal, and then it's sapphire on the top.
I am obsessed.
Yeah, I don't do diamonds.
Did he pick it or did you help?
Well, that's actually kind of a funny story. I will tell you that story. So, there was like a period of time I was down in Florida with my mom. It was when COVID had like just come out, and like people were like still scared of it, and I was super, like, I got COVID, but I was super sick, but like, it was a cold.
Yeah.
But everyone was like freaked out. So my mom and I were hanging out like outside because I'm like, well, they're like, you have to stay separate for 10 days and like all this.
Yeah.
So I'm like outside with her. We had nothing to do. And she was like, let's just look at rings for fun. Like I had been dating my boyfriend for a while at that point. Yeah. And so I'm like, sure. I'm like, I don't want a diamond. I don't do diamonds. I don't know. Just if there's something like traditional, I just want to do like the absolute opposite of that.
Yeah.
That
is that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Stunning art.
Thank
Artwork.
you. Yeah. I just want something different. And so I had picked certain things out. Like I was like, oh, I like this one. I like this one. And like nothing's like super expensive. Like the diamonds are way more expensive than this one. You know what I mean? Because I don't need any. It doesn't have to be expensive. I just have to love it. You know. And so I had sent my mom, and she was like, "Oh, that one's pretty. That one's pretty." And then I kind of was like, "Oh, I hope like he picks something like kind of like this. I don't need to tell him, but like at least my mom had an idea in case he asked her, right?"
Yeah.
So fast forward, like maybe like a year later, it was Mother's Day, and I was on the phone with her because I live in Nashville and she's here, so we were on FaceTime, and like. I was doing a different business at that time. Wasn't meant to be, right?
Yeah.
And so I was talking with her on the phone. I was like doing a bunch of things, and she's talking to me, and she's like, "Can you send me a picture? Can you send me the link to your ring?" And like she's like, "I want to show Chris," or something. Like they were just like talking about it. My boyfriend did not reach out to her. She was just asking because that's my mom. So I was like, "Sure." So I send her the link, and like I'm talking to her still, and I'm still doing my stuff, and she goes, well, where's the link? I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean where's the link? She's like, I didn't get it. I was like, no, I definitely sent it. And I look, I had sent it to my boyfriend.
Oh my goodness! I was not expecting that plot twist. I was like, where are we going with this? Oh!
I get a text message from him.
Goodness.
And we live together. Like, we have a house together at this point, okay? But he's like downstairs in a different part of our house, and I sent it to him. And he just texts me back and goes, what is this?
Cause yeah, men. Yeah. Okay.
I started bawling my eyes out. I felt so bad.
You're so sweet too. I can see this happening in real life.
I cried, and I'm on the phone with my mom. I was like, I sent it to him. I didn't mean to. And so my mom's on the website because it said like that it only had like there was like one left in stock.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm on the phone with my mom. He doesn't know this part. So he watches.
He does now.
He does now. But my mom's on the website and she like refreshes it and she's like, it says it's out of stock. So then both her and I are like,
wait, because he had just bought it?
Yeah, so he had downstairs he had bought it.
Oh no.
He had bought it.
Goodness.
And so when people say
go for him just for like catching the memo. Because so many men and women would just be like, oh, that was weird. And he was on it.
No.
He was on.
He was like, there's only one of these left. And so it was so funny because when people ask, like, did I pick it out? I'm like, yes, but I didn't mean to.
That's so beautiful. How did he propose?
So I actually used to live in Hawaii.
Wow.
I lived there for a couple years. And like so I went to school and then I left school I had taken a bunch of classes, so like I had all these credits, and so I had actually gone to Hawaii for a couple years, and then came back and like graduated like almost on time.
Yeah,
worth it, right? So I actually met my husband before I went to Hawaii, and it was just like hey, cool, nice to meet you. We had nothing in common, and I lived there for 2 years, came back, and like we totally clicked. It was like right timing, but. Then the entire time that he was dating me, all I would talk about was Hawaii. I was like, Hawaii, I love Hawaii. And we never took vacations. We were just like always trying to save money.
That's
like
the economy.
I know.
That was during Biden's economy,
we
right?
still don't take.
So during the Biden administration, we were all
we still don't take vacations.
I'm still recovering from Biden's economy.
Yes. Oh yeah. No. That's gonna take me a few years.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna need a couple terms to recover from that. I always do like the Joe Exotic like. I will never
financially recover
from this. But yeah, so he was like, okay, we're finally gonna go to Maui, and it was like COVID was happening and everything. I was like, this is so stupid, but we ended up going anyway. We were able to go, and like we get off the plane, and it was so funny. He's like, oh, let's go to the hotel or our Airbnb and like let's like take a nap and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. So like I get ready, and he is like, you should like do your makeup. And stuff.
No.
And I
What a
was
self-aware man. We love a man who pays attention.
yes, he knows. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. But I was like, babe, not
Did you get
once.
your nails done?
I did get my nails done before, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. But yeah, no. I'm like, this man would never be like, you should do your make. You should do your make. He's so nice to me. He's like, you look beautiful no matter what. I'm like, stop it.
What a gem.
Yes. He's a good boy. We love him. And he's like stressing out next to me, like about his hair. Like this, he does not get nervous for anything. Like he's like the most chill dude. And I was like, oh no, it's coming.
Sounds like such a golden retriever.
Yes. Yeah. So I was so like, honestly, I probably was like more stressed than him because I was like, we just need to get this like over with.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. I'm just like, I need to get to the vacation part where like we're engaged and like it's done.
Yeah.
Like I don't need a big hoopla.
Yeah,
like
no pressure, just
stuff
give me
like
this.
yeah. So I was so
Formality.
glad. Like he talked to my mom and beforehand she was like, do it at the beginning of the trip because he didn't know when to do it. She's like, that way you're not nervous about it the whole time. And so
And you're like going on an engagement honeymoon. Yeah.
exactly. So we literally got off the plane, took a nap, we got engaged, and the rest of the time we were just like, this is awesome, so fun, and we had like the best vacation.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's definitely something to be had for conservative relationships. It's been a hot topic for a time. And, you know, to me, I'm a Christian, which is very controversial on the internet right now. Oh my God, they're destroying me on TikTok over it.
Oh my gosh.
How dare I be gay and a Christian? But Christian values, conservative values, and I think we have better marriages than Democrats, with longer marriages than Democrats, and a lot of Democrats saying, I want a man with these qualities, and they're just describing a conservative man.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I heard a story, and I don't know if you've had her over here, not naming names, but someone who said, yeah, I was a Democrat, and I married a conservative, and when I first started dating him, I told my friends, like, oh, conservative, whatever, and now she's a conservative as well, and it's like, this happens a lot. Democrats will marry conservatives because they're like, oh, I'm a Democrat, but I really like your values. Yeah. Wait, why do I like your values?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like people, Democrats also, especially with like dating culture the way that it is, they put like the certain type of man on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And say like, if you don't get exactly this, and this, and this, and this from that man, that like he's not a good.
Quick swipe culture.
Yeah.
They've actually done studies on this, and it's like women on first dates will not go on a second date with a man who only checks like 80% of their boxes. So a man checks 80% of their boxes, will not go on a second date. Men have been polled, and if they find a woman who checks 60% of their boxes, they will go on a second date. Because we're teaching women that you don't need no man, and you're strong and independent.
Exactly.
And you're a queen, and you're a high-value woman. You deserve a high-value man.
I hate that they did that.
They're not out there acting like high-value women.
Yeah.
I want to be a wife. I want to be taken care of, but you're not acting like a wife. You need to start acting like a wife long before you become a wife.
Right.
Because a man who is looking for a wife is looking for wifely material. He's looking for Ruth in the Bible.
Right.
He's not looking for Ratchet Jenny at the club.
Ratchet Jenny.
You know, get out of the club and into church, find yourself a man, and we're good. You get a beautiful ring.
Aw.
Huzzah.
Well, you are absolutely awesome. It's so fun to talk to you. I could do it all day long.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I have to pee.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I spent a lot of time being quiet about who I am until I realized there was no time left. I'm standing up and stepping up for we the people. Because a government that will give you everything you want is a government that will take everything you